And you're welcome back. Now, the new Patriotic Party in the Upper East region is accusing President John Mahama of neglecting the Upper East region, despite the numerous campaign promises he made to the people before the 2012 elections. At a news conference in Bolgatanga today, the NPP said the president has refused to visit the Upper East region during his recent According to the People tour because there was no project for him to commission in the region as he has done in other regions. Now, the Upper East Regional Chairman of the NPP, Mohammed Murtala Ibrahim, addressed the news conference.
We wish to use this opportunity to remind President Mahama and the NDC of some of the major electoral promises they made to the people of Upper East region in the run-off to 2012 general election, in case they are forgotten, because as we speak, none has been fulfilled. 1. The failed promise to construct the Bolgatanga-Boku route, which is arguably the most important route in the region because it connects the two major commercial cities in the region. In fact, the nature of this route has only moved from bad to west. These were the exact words of President Mahama in 2014 when he visited Boku. I want to promise you that the next time I come to Boku, the road linking Bolga and Boku will not be an issue. The failed promise to construct the Bolgatanga Sports Complex, even though President Mahama, then as a vice president, came to the region and cut short of the construction of this sports complex, as well as the Bolgatanga Polytechnic, which has also become a mirage. 7. The failed promise to construct the Bolgatanga Polyclinic. In fact, the site was earmarked for this project at the time of the president's visit, has now been devolved into a filling station. 8. The failed promise to complete construction works on the Zebila market.
Well, the acting general secretary of the NPP, John Buedu, was also in the region, and the parliamentary candidate for Bolga Central added his voice to the concerns.
We knew that this Polugu tomato factory is working. We were on radio programs with the NDC. They were debating, oh, Atamils and John Mahama had put it back on stream. I'm surprised that it didn't even find its way in the manifesto of the NDC. That's what they've been told, and we've been told out there. You remember that Dr. Baumia, as part of his round, went to Zwalugu, the so-called meat factory that they've established. And surprisingly enough, he saw some 2 animals grazing and the place being locked up. It was on Facebook all over the place. And then these were arguing that, oh, no, we are putting it in place. So I'm surprised it's still not in place. Just as they opened the sugar factory, and in 2 days' time it was shut down. It is the propaganda that is eating everybody up. The fact of the matter is that John Mahama is playing to a script of a survey that has been done by NDC, National Security, and BNI that says that unemployment is one of the major issues that is affecting everybody in this country. So in an attempt to try to create an impression that he's doing something, that's why you see some of these phantom companies and factories that are not viable, that the impression is created as if it's been put on stream. I think that this is clear and sheer propaganda that we don't have to allow. And I think that it's important that this thing come out for people not only in Upper East region, but throughout the country to know that all those projects that were touted are not in existence and are not viable and are not operating.
Well, that's not the only issue that John Buedu is also critical of. He He raised issues with the voters register and the Electoral Commission. He defended the comments made earlier this week by their NPP campaign manager, Peter McMenu, that the party will declare results of this year's presidential elections.
You know also that by our law, 60 days to election, if you register anybody, the person will not be able to vote. So if you look at the timelines of the process before one becomes a registered voter, it means that they need to do a lot of things, and we are waiting for them to give us the technical details that takes care of all these difficulties that we found. And ever not take it. It's about the introduction of manual verification process. We've said it over and over again that this no vote, no verification, no vote decision that was taken in 2012 election, that was abused by the Electoral Commission and the powers that be. It's one of the reasons why our elections went for the second day. Decision to even do the election on the second day in polling stations was not done objectively. It was on a flimsy decision by Electoral Commission that some polling stations must do it again. So we ran the election in the second day. We are saying that per what the Electoral Commission had told us, that they've been able to improve the proficiency of the BVD machine. As a result, the 3 by-elections that we had, we didn't have so many people not being able to go through the verification machine. That is one. 2, the Electoral Commission is saying that at the exhibition that is about to be done, they will place the machines at all polling stations for people who come and verify their names to test whether they can go through the machine. So if that is also going to be done, another point that we think that is a reason why we should not open up for manual verification is that this time around, the Electoral Commission is saying that they are going to place 2 BVD machines at all centers. What makes them neutral?
You are a political party.
What makes them neutral? What makes them neutral?
They are not part of the contest.
So they are capable of calling elections, and we are not capable of calling elections. Ask
they always
Joy
provide
FM.
provisional results.
Ask Joy FM, ask Metro, whether which part of the constitution of our country says that radio stations should call elections.
They always provide provisional results.
So we also provide provisional results.
Not declaration.
I say we will provide results as declared by the Electoral Commission, right from polling station to constituency and to national level. That's exactly what we will do.